Have you ever wondered how much money you need to retire comfortably? The answer, like most things in life, isn't always straightforward. It requires a bit of forethought, a smidgen of arithmetic, and a whole lot of planning. Retirement savings is a topic that's as vast as the ocean and just as deep. It's about securing your future, ensuring that the lifestyle you've grown accustomed to doesn't have to change just because you've decided to hang up your work boots. Several factors come into play when trying to figure out how much you'll need to tuck away for your twilight years. The cost of living, your current income, your health, and even where you plan to retire can all influence the sum total. So why is it important to know how much you need? Simply put, understanding how much money you need for retirement can help you plan better and live a comfortable life in your golden years. Scene script. Several factors come into play when calculating how much you need to save for retirement. Firstly, lifestyle choices significantly influence the amount you need to save. Those who plan on traveling extensively, owning luxury vehicles, or living in high-cost areas will need to save more. Conversely, a more modest lifestyle, such as living in a smaller home or driving a used car, can reduce the amount of money you'll need to save. Next, location is another major determinant. The cost of living varies greatly from region to region and even from city to city within the same country. Living in a bustling city like London or New York would require a larger retirement fund compared to retiring in a rural area or a small town. Health is a factor that's often overlooked, but it plays an essential role in determining your retirement savings. As we age, healthcare costs can add up significantly. It's vital to consider potential medical expenses, including insurance, medications, and possible long-term care needs. Inflation too can't be ignored. The value of money decreases over time, meaning the purchasing power of your retirement savings might not be as strong in the future. To illustrate, let's say a loaf of bread costs £1 today. In 20 years, due to inflation, that same loaf might cost £2. Therefore, when planning for retirement, it's crucial to account for inflation to ensure your savings will cover future costs. And let's not forget about life expectancy. We're living longer, healthier lives these days, which is fantastic. But it also means our retirement savings need to last longer. The longer you expect to live, the more money you'll need to save. Lastly, your desired retirement age will influence how much you need to save. If you plan to retire early, you'll need a larger nest egg compared to someone retiring at a more traditional age. By taking into account these factors, you can get a clearer picture of how much you'll need to save for your retirement. Scene script. Let's delve into some numbers. What's the average savings a retiree needs? The answer to this question is, admittedly, a bit of a moving target. But let's sift through the sands of data and see what treasures we can unearth. The average retirement savings for an individual in their 20s is around £10,000, but this increases significantly over time. By the time someone reaches their 30s, that number typically doubles to £20,000. By the time they're in their 40s, the average savings often balloon to £80,000. And for those in their 50s, well, they're typically looking at a nest egg of around £160,000. Now, these are averages, mind you. Some folks save more, some save less. And the landscape of retirement savings is ever-changing, much like the rolling hills of the English countryside. Over the past few decades, for example, we've seen a significant shift in how people save for retirement. Pensions, once the cornerstone of retirement planning, are becoming less common, replaced by personal savings and investment accounts. And then there's the matter of longevity. People are living longer these days, which means retirement savings need to stretch further. It's no longer unusual for someone to spend 30 or even 40 years in retirement. That's a lot of years to fund, and it underscores the importance of starting to save early and save often. But let's not forget about inflation. The cost of goods and services tends to increase over time, which means the purchasing power of your savings may decrease if you don't plan accordingly. It's a bit like a game of cat and mouse, with your savings playing the role of the mouse, always trying to stay one step ahead of the inflation cat. These figures give us an idea of what the average person has saved for retirement, but remember, your individual needs may vary. Just as every snowflake is unique, so too are your retirement needs. Your lifestyle, your health, your dreams and aspirations, they all play a part in determining how much you'll need to save. So while averages can be helpful, they're just one piece of the retirement planning puzzle. Now the question arises, how can you calculate your retirement savings? Well, it's not as complex as it sounds. There are various methods you can use to calculate your retirement savings, and today we'll delve into some of these. First and foremost, estimating your expenses in retirement is a good starting point. Many financial experts suggest that you'll likely need somewhere between 70 and 80% of your pre-retirement income to maintain your standard of living. So, if you're making $100,000 a year before retirement, you'll want to aim for at least $70,000 to $80,000 a year in retirement. But remember, this is just a rule of thumb, and your actual needs may differ. For instance, if you plan to travel extensively or have high medical expenses, you may need more. Another method is to calculate savings based on your income. This method suggests saving a certain percentage of your income every year, starting in your 20s. For example, aim to save at least 15% of your income for retirement. And then there's the rule of thumb for retirement savings. This rule suggests having certain multiples of your income saved at different ages. For instance, by the time you're 30, aim to have the equivalent of your annual salary saved. By 40, 3 times your salary. By 50, 6 times. And by 60, 8 times. Remember, these are just guidelines, and everyone's situation is unique. Factors such as your lifestyle, health and debt will affect how much you need to save. And don't forget about inflation. The cost of living will likely increase over time, so it's important to consider this in your calculations. Finally, make use of online retirement calculators. These tools take into account your age, income, current savings, and estimated retirement age to give you a more personalized estimate. These methods can give you a rough estimate of how much you need to save, but it's always best to consult with a financial advisor for personalized advice. So, you've figured out how much you need to save, but how can you boost your retirement savings? Well, there are several strategies that can help you grow your nest egg. Let's dive into them, shall we? First and foremost, take full advantage of your employer's retirement plan, particularly if they offer a matching contribution. This is essentially free money that can significantly enhance your savings. If your employer matches your contributions up to 3% of your salary, for instance, ensure you're contributing at least that much. It's like getting a guaranteed return on your investment. Second, consider saving your raises. Each time you get a raise, try to resist the temptation of lifestyle inflation. Instead of spending more, direct that extra income into your retirement savings. This way, you're increasing your savings without affecting your current lifestyle. Another strategy is to keep a close eye on your spending. It's important to live within your means and avoid unnecessary debt. This may involve creating and sticking to a budget, or perhaps downsizing your lifestyle. Remember, every little bit saved now can make a big difference in the future. Next, consider investing wisely. Diversification is key here. By spreading your investments across a variety of assets, you can potentially increase your returns while reducing risk. But remember, investing involves risks, including the potential loss of principal, so it's always a good idea to seek professional advice. Lastly, consider delaying your retirement if possible. This can allow you to continue earning and saving, and it may also increase the amount you receive from Social Security. But remember, everyone's financial situation and retirement goals are unique. So these strategies may not all apply to you. It's always a good idea to speak with a financial advisor to create a plan that's tailored to your specific needs and circumstances. By employing these strategies, you can increase your retirement savings and ensure a comfortable life after retirement. Planning for retirement may seem daunting, but it's a crucial part of financial planning. We've taken a journey together through the landscape of retirement savings, understanding the various factors that influence it, from age to lifestyle choices. We've seen how the average retirement savings vary and how to calculate your own. We've also uncovered tips to boost your retirement savings, from diversifying your investments to starting early. Remember, every little bit counts when it comes to your golden years. Knowing how much money you need to retire comfortably is not only about numbers, but also about understanding your aspirations for the future. The importance of understanding and planning your retirement savings cannot be overstated. It is the key to a secure and comfortable future. It's not about having a vast fortune, but having enough to live out your dreams and aspirations. Remember, it's never too early or too late to start planning for your retirement, so start today and secure your future.